Welcome to episode 2 of my Corporate Reset Series 2026 edition, where we're focusing on work-life balance, defining boundaries, and just being the best version of ourselves inside and outside of the office. I'm really excited about today's topic because if you're ultra type A like me, or you're just looking to get into more organization, this is the video for you. We are going to in-depth go through how I schedule my work week, both personally and professionally. I wear a lot of different hats. I have a full-time job in finance. I also teach fitness, and then I obviously do social media on the side as well. So if I don't sit down and have dedicated time to plan out how I'm going to get everything done, I would literally be a mess. Let's get into it. All right, first thing I always do when I'm sitting down to map out my week is pull up my work calendar. I'm showing you guys a pretty much identical version of my work calendar, but just an Apple, because obviously I'm not going to pull up like my whole work email. But this is the foundation of what I'm working off of every single week. So any work meetings, due dates coming up, work lunches, things like that. That's always going to be put in first, and then we're going to work around that. Next comes personal things like appointments, really time-sensitive errands. Lastly comes all my fitness to-dos. So if I'm teaching a class that day, what workout I want to get to. I really swear by scheduling your workouts as in advance as you can, because I feel like you're just so much more likely to show up if you book the class or plan what time you're going to the gym. Once I can kind of see everything visually laid out in like a little work week skeleton, I switch over to my physical planner, because I'm just such a pencil and piece of paper girl, and it's a lot easier to like edit, add in stuff, put your to-dos. So we're gonna head over into my physical planner view.
This is where all the magic happens. This is also a day designer, by the way. I've been using this planner since like college, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So if you're in the market for a new planner or you don't know where to start, I really do like this one. All right, so this is the full monthly overview for January, which I already have all filled out as best as I can. So I will look to the week that we're gonna be working on. So like January 5th, for example, and just see the things that I have already penciled in that week. So flipping to a fresh, clean page, this is Monday, January 5th, which will just be an example day. And I literally just repeat this process for every single day of the week. So everything we saw on my calendar, errands, workouts, any work things, I will then transfer all of that to the hour by hour section of my day designer. Now that this completely matches up with my calendar, I will go to the to-do section and write down all of the things that I would like to get done this day, almost just like a brain dump. Basically, everything goes into this little to-do, and then we'll start trying to fit it into our schedule. All of my to-dos that aren't time sensitive, I just listed here. Sometimes I will do the top 3. If there's something I've just been really procrastinating or putting it off, I will put it again. Typically, I'm just working off this broader to-do and getting as much done of this as I possibly can. Then it just becomes a little puzzle of where I can fit in all of the to-dos in my already planned day. So for example, like order groceries, I can do that while I'm on the walking pad. So I will just make a little note to order groceries. Film night routine, that's obviously going to be post my full workday. So I will put that down here just to remind myself that that's what I'll be doing tonight. That's the process there. And as I'm filling it out, if I'm finding that there's just no time in the day and I'm not going to be able to get all of these things done, that's totally okay. I don't get rid of them. I simply just flip to the next page and repeat the exact same to do. And hopefully I can find a spot for it somewhere else in my Tuesday, my Wednesday, or just throughout the week. This little note section I use as a goal tracker, especially as we're in the new year. I have a lot of goals that I'm just wanting to be super diligent about. This is where I would write down all of my daily habits, daily things that I know I want to make sure I check off. So like my step count, I will write. Another one I have this month is a protein goal. So I will just remind myself of that. Sometimes I like to use this for just affirmations or little compliments, or maybe something that's just been weighing on my mind. So sometimes I will just jot something down right here. I obviously just repeat the process for every single day of that week until we make it through the entire week.
As tedious or time consuming as planning out your days or weeks may seem, I promise just taking like the 10 to 15 minutes out of your day to do it, it's literally going to change your life. I would not be anywhere near as successful or productive as I am without getting into the habit of doing this. So I really encourage you guys to make your to-do list, visualize your weeks. Honestly, it actually helps so much with just like general work anxiety and feeling like your brain's all over the place. Getting it out and putting it on paper has helped me so much. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to follow along for episode 3. Bye.